Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and I'm today going to talk to you about the ROG Strix Arion enclosure. Now, why would you want an ROG based NVMe enclosure? Why would anybody want one for that matter? Well, point is that there is a certain market for it, and there's actually not a lot of enclosures out there that are of reliable quality or come with brand name behind it. So one of the reasons that I personally went out and bought this is because it came from a reputed brand. And over the last few months that I've been using this, I've actually been using this for 6 months. There's been quite a lot of observations, and there's a lot that I would want to talk about. So before we get into all of that, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button on our channel, and of course do hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any future updates from us. So before we get into the performance side of things, let's first talk about what is this enclosure, what do you get in the box, the construction, etc. So this is actually a three-piece setup. You have the main enclosure, which is made of some very high quality aluminum. Then there is a plastic sort of a shield around it, and then you have this loop hook. Other than that, the enclosure itself, actually you could just use it as is. Like, you don't need these two things for the enclosure to operate. What you do need, however, are the two supplied cables. Now, in the box you get two cables. One is a type C to type C, and one is a type C to type A. Both the cables support transfer speeds of up to USB 3.2 Gen 2, that's 10 gigabits per second, and that is what this enclosure is basically also capable of supporting. It can do a maximum of 10 gigabits per second, so it is not a Thunderbolt enclosure. Do keep that in mind. Now, with all of that said, I've been testing this, or rather using this. This is actually my personal unit. I've been using this with a WD 1TB NVMe drive, and I've also been testing this out with a 256GB drive by actually a local brand called Astra. So these are Indian guys who basically designed an NVMe drive, and they're going to be selling it on Amazon and other e-tailer platforms. And so I've had that drive in as well, and I've been just seeing what sort of performance I can get out of the enclosure. So let's talk performance. With the 1TB WD Black NVMe drive, I can consistently see write speeds going all the way up to 6 to 750 Mbps. That's in very specific conditions. Of course, for example, when I'm transferring a fairly large PSD file, which is about 3.5 gigs in size, I can see that maximum speed limit go into play. When it is mixed files, for example, when taking game backups and stuff, transfer speeds are around anywhere between 450 to 550 Mbps, and they sort of stay in that range depending on how and when the SLC cache fills up. With the 256GB Astra drive, on the other hand, again, it has a much smaller cache, and we see write speeds go all the way up to 350, 400 Mbps, and once the cache is full, we see the speeds drop down to 200 to 250 Mbps. Overall, like, I've been using this for almost 8 months. So this drive has actually been a huge boon, because for our laptop testing, we have a massive set of benchmark files that I have to carry around, and transferring all of that from a hard drive onto a test laptop was just a very time consuming process. So I had a WD 1TB drive lying around, got this enclosure, and now this serves as my high-speed drive for benchmark tools and for game backups. And honestly, it's cut down the time taken to just transfer backup of benchmark files by almost 1/10. It's quite amazing. So that is a utility. Now let's talk about temperatures. That is something that you do need to keep in mind. Now, being made of complete aluminum, this enclosure does get extremely warm. I have personally noted temperatures as high as 48 degrees in a room with air conditioner on. And that is actually alright, because as per Crystal Disk Info, the drive itself is not going over 42 Celsius. On the inside, you have thermal pads which transfer the heat from the drive to the top part of the aluminum casing, which allows the heat to be dissipated a lot faster. And since the aluminum surface is being used to dissipate heat, therefore it feels warm. But don't worry, your drive is safe. I mean, my WD drive has been running in this thing very regularly for almost 8 months, and it's not had any read-write failures so far. Fingers crossed. So temperature wise, there shouldn't be a problem. I do recommend that you, of course, try and keep this on a surface which does not promote things getting hot. For example, let's say you don't want to keep this on a quilt or something, avoid placing it next to a vent from your laptop, or avoid placing it on a vent from your desktop. That would probably be the only reason why you would start seeing problems, because that venting would cause excessive heat to build up on the drive. So that's a quick review of the ROG Strix Aerion. If you have any further questions, if you have suggestions, comments, whatever, you know where the comment section is. Leave the comments over there and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video, and hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one.